Hey everyone, Thorn and Smash here, and it's no surprise that EA has been crashing out a little bit. You might have noticed it with the EA stock and the layoffs, and today we're going to discuss what exactly is the issue and can it actually be fixed. And Apex Legends, according to some leaks, has some new content coming that should get a few of us excited. We're going to go over all of that. We're also going to go ahead and give out the early order. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So, Olympus is coming back. And no, I'm not talking about your favorite version of the map that ran smoother than butter on launch day. Kidding, if you actually were there, it was horrible. But I mean an actual update. Leaks show that Power West Station is getting a complete overhaul in Season 27. And not just that, we've now got confirmation of new docks, a massive teaser, and changes that could redefine how Olympus plays in both casual and competitive. But here's the twist. While we're going to be busy analyzing those juicy map updates, something way bigger is actually happening behind the scenes, because while EA is trying to get bought out by that $55 billion acquisition deal with Saudi Arabia's public investor fund, well, it's actually facing major pushback from the devs, unions, and even US senators. So let's get into it. Let's start with Olympus. The map's been, it's been Olympus for a while now, which is ironic because it's literally floating above the planet. And now leaks show that Season 27 will finally bring back Olympus, rebuilt, repaired, and more vertical than ever. According to insider info and early data mines, along with images that have been caught in their teasers, Power Station West is undergoing a major redesign. If you're unfamiliar, this was one of those POIs that almost felt too good, decent loot, weird elevation, but easy to third party from literally three sides. Now, leaked teasers show construction cranes, scaffolding, and layout changes hinting at more cover, tighter rotations, and less open high ground abuse. The new docks area is another big change. Olympus has always had issues with flow. Certain POIs like Bonsai and docks felt kind of isolated from the rest of the map, but early footage shows that the new docks are getting better vehicle paths and even a few zip lines connecting key areas. Respawn might actually be aiming to fix what made Olympus infamous, wide open death zones that punish rotation more than positioning. Now, here's the fun part, the teaser itself.
I'm guessing a second Olympus is not good news.
It looks like the map's storyline is finally catching up with the reconstruction arc hinted at in earlier seasons. The whole map is going to be taking place on Pagos, which is an alternate version of Olympus. Maybe this ties into alternate versions of the characters we've been hearing so much about. Maybe we get another doppelganger event. Overall, it seems pretty interesting that they're finally concluding this storyline, and I'm interested to see where they go with it. But with all the hype around Season 27, let's go ahead and shift gears, because while Olympus is getting that facelift, EA might be getting something a lot bigger, a new owner. As you've all heard and we've covered in videos before, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund alongside US private equity firms is set to buy Electronic Arts in a $55 billion leveraged buyout. And it makes it the largest private equity deal in gaming history, bigger than Microsoft's Activision's Blizzard purchase. But the deal is already not going smoothly. Go figure, EA is involved. EA's own developers, represented by the United Video Game Workers Union, have issued a formal statement demanding the FTC and US lawmakers scrutinize this deal closely. Their concerns are actually pretty valid and massive. First, EA isn't struggling. The company pulls in around $7.5 billion in annual revenue and over $1 billion in profit. So the acquisition isn't about saving a dying company, it's about control. Second, developers are worried that studios deemed less profitable, think BioWare, Creon, or even Respawn if margins tighten, could face layoffs or closures. And if you followed this year's gaming layoffs, you already know that's not actually a wild fear or out of the realm of possibility. Just this year alone, the industry lost over 20,000 jobs, many from companies posting record profits. A leveraged buyout of this kind usually only means one thing: debt. EA reportedly took on $20 billion in debt to make this deal work. And where does that money come from? Usually from efficiency cuts, which in corporate language means people lose jobs. And here's where it gets even more complicated. US Senators Richard Blumenthal and Elizabeth Warren, is this an Apex Legends channel or did I become a political channel? Anyways, have already expressed profound concern over the acquisition, citing national security and foreign influence risks. Yeah, okay, I guess we're a political channel now, whatever. Because in all honesty, this isn't just any investor. The Saudi Public Investment Fund is state-owned, meaning a foreign government could effectively have control over one of America's biggest entertainment companies. That includes franchises like Battlefield, Madden, Mass Effect, and yes, Apex Legends. And it raises a chilling question: what happens when creative control and political influence collide? Developers have already pointed out the risk to studios like BioWare, which is known for its more progressive, shall we say, storytelling. As one former BioWare writer put it, gay stuff might not be welcome under Saudi ownership. That's a great quote. We're definitely running that. Anyways, that's not speculation. It's legitimate culture clash. Saudi Arabia criminalizes same-sex relationships. So if those values trickle into EA's corporate culture, that could reshape the creative DNA of franchises built on inclusion and narrative diversity, which is just crazy considering, yeah, that definitely impacts Apex Legends. Respawn is arguably EA's crown jewel right now. Apex is one of the few titles still growing, still maintaining a competitive scene, still delivering steady seasonal updates. But under new ownership, Respawn might face new pressure. Will they be told to focus more on monetization and less on innovation? I mean, whatever, that's already been kind of happening. With Respawn's narrative tone, which often features diverse and outspoken characters, is that going to be sanitized? And with EA taking on billions in debt, every studio will be expected to perform. That can mean fewer experimental modes, few riskier updates, and more focus on microtransactions. We could see a future where Apex evolves not because Respawn wants to make something cool, but because corporate demand with debt means they need faster profit. And that's terrifying for a live service game that thrives on creative reinvention. And the United Video Game Workers Union isn't actually alone. There's now a public petition calling on the FTC to scrutinize the deal, demanding job protections, creative freedom, and accountability to the workers who made EA what it is. It's rare to actually see this level of worker solidarity in gaming, but this might be the moment where the developers realize their creativity is their leverage. Because if the people who make Apex, Battlefield, and Dragon Age stand up, and the community stands with them, the FTC might actually have to take notice. But that's pretty much everything in today's video. We're going to jump into community clips now. Don't forget to submit your own to me at Thor Smash on Twitter. But without further ado, let's roll.
Heading for enemies. Recharging my shields. I'm down. Reloading.
They stood a chance. Well, I have our companion's banner. I'll never leave my team behind.
Kill her.
Dropping the mother load. Pop, you spotted a clown over there. Gave him a knuckle sandwich. Enemy right here. Broke that enemy shield. Kill it to the knock. There you go. Broke that enemy shield. Reload. Serving him a knuckle sandwich. Weapons in hand. Ready to me shields.
Whoa, do you think that EA can go ahead and fix this ship, or do you think that they are doomed based off of what is currently going on? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more Apex Legends news on the daily, and until next time everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.